Good morning, brothers of Phi Chi Theta. My name is Paul Myers, and I'm super excited to bring you all today's news. To start, U.S. markets suffered their steepest decline since 2020 on fears of President Trump's new tariff plans to trigger a global trade war and drag the U.S. economy into a recession. Stocks lost roughly $3.1 trillion in market value, their largest one-day decline since March of 2020. Stock index futures drifted lower Thursday evening, and stocks in Japan were hit for a second day as Friday trading began. In Thursday's market plunge, the Dow Industrials dropped 1,679 points, or 4%. The tech-heavy NASDAQ, which powered the market higher for years, was down 6%. The S&P fell 4.8%, and the other benchmarks suffered their sharpest decline since the early days of the COVID-19 pandemic. Some details on the tariffs. All U.S. imports will be subject to a 10% tariff effective April 5th. Trump will impose even higher rates on some nations that the White House considers bad actors on trade. For example, Japan faces a 24% duty, and the EU faces a 20% levy effective April 9th. China will be hit with a new 34% tariff, adding to previous duties like the 20% tariff Trump imposed over fentanyl. But hundreds of products will be exempted from the tariffs, according to a list published by the Trump administration Thursday, including energy products, a variety of minerals and chemicals used in energy and manufacturing, vaccines, and some metals. Next, the Trump administration escalated its campaign against American universities by preparing to pull $500 million in federal grants from Brown University, while also laying out demands that Harvard must meet to avoid losing billions in government dollars. The administration is freezing the NIH grants to Brown while it investigates the Ivy League's handling of anti-Semitism and DEI policies. Additionally, new developments emerged regarding Harvard University after the government opened a review of nearly $9 billion in federal grants and contracts earlier this week. Notably, the government is also seeking to reach into the classroom, demanding necessary changes be made to address bias, improve viewpoint diversity, and end ideological capture. Finally, prospective homebuyers are starting to move off the sidelines because life is moving on, even if mortgage rates and prices are stuck. People who are having babies, retiring, and getting new jobs are shopping for homes, according to real estate agents and buyers. Home tours and mortgage applications are up as demand is rising as the spring selling season gets underway. The housing market is still somewhat unaffordable to many would-be buyers, and it is too early to predict how the spring market will develop. But some buyers say that they are done waiting for mortgage rates to go back to 3%, and they're going to go ahead and purchase because they are increasingly accepting that mortgage rates will likely stay around the current levels in the coming months. Mortgage rates have held between 6 and 7% for the most part of the past year. They ticked down recently to 6.65%, according to Freddie Mac. Mortgage purchase applications rose 7% from a year earlier, according to the Mortgage Bankers Association, and real estate showings in the week ended March 27th were up 38% from earlier in the year, according to Showing Time, a subsidiary of Zillow Group. That compares with last year when showings rose 26% in the same period. That's all for today. I hope you all have a great end to your week.